Good morning, and it's time for us to say a very good Tuesday morning to Mike Eppel for the latest in business news. And Mike, I like what you've coined it, possibly a turnaround Tuesday, as you say. We could see that for the markets. Yeah.
My goodness, it's been a little bit of a rough go here for the past several weeks, actually. Now, Melanie, good morning for the, or excuse me, Tammy.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Should have seen my face there. I was like, you're looking right at me. That's okay.
I know.
I love to be mistaken for Melanie. That is a Melanie compliment above compliment.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Look, it's early, please.
I'll let it slide.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes. The markets over the past 5 or 6 weeks now have actually been in a bit of a mess, quite frankly. The NASDAQ, in fact, which is a bellwether, a barometer for the tech sector on Wall Street, yesterday closed at a 2-month low. So it kind of indicates where we were and where we've come, because the Omicron variant has certainly thrown a new concern into the mix, that's for sure. I'm looking at economists' expectations on this quarter. They're cutting forecasts all of a sudden because, well, Quebec's shutting things down. We're at half capacity in this province. What is the U.S. president going to say tonight about the American economy? All these things are variables on a day-to-day basis. So under that circumstance, you've seen the markets come down here. This morning, things look a little bit more optimistic. A bounce, whether or not it holds, I don't know. But it does look a little bit better so far this morning. And a lot of the recent losers have been seeing some buying interest. So we'll see where it goes today. Again, though, it's uncertain, and that's the markets are reflecting that right now.
Now, yesterday, you talked about Nike, of course, releasing their earnings for this latest quarter, and they did not just well, but they did better than expected when it comes to that.
Consumer demand is strong with Nike, especially in the North American sales, which saw a sizable bounce, and that's despite Nike's supply chain issues. They made over $1 billion in profits. Sales were up. The one laggard, I suppose, is how they're doing in China. China has been a little bit more restrictive on openings and closings of stores related to COVID specifically, so Nike's been dealing with that. But again, their forecasts are good. Analysts are raising the stock valuation on it, and it's up in early trade this morning. So, we look for bright spots in the retail space. Nike is one of them, at least so far. Later today, we'll actually get some consumer spending numbers from Stats Canada. So we'll see if consumers here have been spending as well. All indications are that indeed they have. Maybe not back up to where we were in 2019 or anything of that nature, but the bounce back is underway.
Now, we do have some bad news coming out of PEI, and it has been for months now, the struggle with potatoes and farmers that, are dealing with these tainted crops, really. It looks like the federal government is going to help out.
Talk $28 million in financial support coming from the feds to Prince Edward Island potato growers, because shipments have ostensibly been blocked to the United States after the discovery of a potato wart on a single farm. And the PEI potato growers are saying, look, it was contained. It was, on a 1 acre space. There was no risk that any of these potatoes were going to go to the States with any type of issue. It's been something that is always at the top of their mind, because obviously you don't want a situation, where you have something that is potentially a spreadable virus within the potato crop, then getting out into the U.S. market. But the U.S. put a clampdown on this back mid-November, and there are millions of pounds of potatoes sitting in storage, and they're going to go bad, and this is a multi-million-dollar problem. I saw a big protest yesterday in Charlottetown about this, and doesn't seem to be any resolution coming anytime soon, so the feds are stepping up with some cash.
All right, $28 million there. We know that SpiderMan over the weekend did very well, considering the fact that, again, theaters are starting to close. Other people are just nervous about even going to the movies. Not when it comes to this one.
$260 million in box office receipts is second only to Avengers Endgame in North America. So that tells you what kind of demand there was for tickets for SpiderMan No Way Home. And the head of AMC is saying they saw 7 million customers this weekend alone in the U.S. And that was more than the entire first quarter of the year.
Wow.
So, but again, here's the problem. Cineplex is back to half capacity. Theaters are shut down in Quebec. So even though this was a really good weekend from a, the market standpoint, from the movie theater industry standpoint, again, it might be going back to direct to video again before we know it, if they're, if this continues. And that's sort of been, it was interesting how people want to go back to the movies, and they did. But, it's been sort of a transition couple of years here with people just watching stuff on their big screens at home.
Yeah, as soon as you started to feel a little bit more comfortable going back, again, we're thrown for a loop, and you want to stay home. So.
But you can order movie popcorn and have it delivered to your house.
You can, so that's pretty new.
A few times, I know.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah,
you noticed? You see what I did there?
That was
you see what I did there?
Played.
Okay.
Well played, Tammy.
All right.
Well played.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Mike. Thanks so much.